Hello, welcome to the Rio Gaming Nexus YouTube channel. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.
The Louisiana Bayou is like a whole different world, where time seems to slow down just like the murky water winding through the cypress trees. It's a wild place filled with sticky humidity, buzzing insects, and the earthy smell of life and decay all mixed together. Spanish moss hangs down from ancient trees like ghostly beards, and in the dark water, you can feel things stirring beneath the surface. This is where Dr. Alec Holland and his wife, Linda, made their home and lab, right in the heart of this lush, isolated paradise. These two were brilliant botanists, real visionaries who saw the planet on the edge of ecological disaster. They left behind the comforts of modern life to chase a bold idea, the biorestorative formula. This wasn't just any fertilizer. It was a complex, living chemical that connected directly with plants, making them grow like crazy and giving them a bit of intelligence, their dream? To turn barren deserts into lush forests, end hunger, and heal the earth's wounds. In quiet moments between their experiments, they'd talk about a greener future, imagining a legacy of life born from their hard work. But powerful creations attract dangerous attention. A secret group of greedy men learned about the Hollands' groundbreaking work. They didn't see a way to save the world. They saw a chance to create a biological weapon, a tool to control nations by holding their food supplies hostage. So they sent their goons. The intrusion was brutal and shocking. The peaceful lab atmosphere shattered with the splintering of the door and the harsh shouts of men in dark suits. Leading the pack was a cold-eyed enforcer named Ferret, who laid out their proposition like it was a done deal. The formula was theirs now. Alec, a man fueled by his passion for creation, found a strength he didn't know he had. He stood between the intruders and his life's work, refusing to back down. Linda tried to reason with them, her voice filled with desperation, but it fell on deaf ears. One of the thugs knocked Alec out cold with a brutal punch. When he came to, everything was a blur of pain and confusion. He was on the floor, tasting blood in his mouth. He saw the thugs setting up a device, a crude bomb with a timer. Linda was struggling, her face twisted in fear. As he staggered to his feet, Ferret shot him a chilling smile. "You should have taken the deal, Doctor." Then came the explosion, a deafening roar that tore the lab apart. A wave of force threw Alec across the room, smashing beakers and vials everywhere. His body was drenched in a mix of chemicals, especially his own untested biorestorative formula. And then the fire ignited, turning Alec Holland into a living torch. Screaming in unimaginable pain, his mind splintered from the agony. He didn't see or think. He just felt the all-consuming fire. He burst from the flaming wreckage of his lab, a stumbling figure of pure horror, and ran blindly toward the only relief he could find, the cool, dark water of the swamp. In a desperate move, he plunged his burning body into the murky depths, extinguishing the flames, and with them, his life. The swamp welcomed him, and everything fell silent. Alec Holland was dead, but in his final moments of agony, his consciousness, amplified by the formula, seeped into the surrounding ecosystem. His memories, intellect, love, and rage soaked into the mud, the roots, and the ancient life of the bayou. The biorestorative formula, now merged with a human mind, began to work its miracle not on a desert, but on itself. For weeks, or maybe months, something incredible was happening beneath the water. The swamp's flora, acting as one giant organism, started to build a new vessel. It wove vines into a makeshift body, packed mud and decaying leaves into flesh, and grew fungi and moss for skin. It was creating a body around the ghost of Alec Holland's memories. Then one day, a monstrous shape pulled itself from the stagnant water. It was huge, awkward, and vaguely human, colored in the greens and browns of the swamp it came from. Its eyes glowed red. It looked at its hands, gnarled claws made of root and vine with confusion. Fragments of memory flickered through its mind, a woman's loving smile, the smell of chemicals, and that all-consuming fire, and with that fire came rage. It remembered the men, the bomb, and the loss of Linda, believing itself to be Alec Holland, cursed and transformed. This new swamp thing set out for revenge. He hunted the men of the conclave, becoming a terrifying force of nature. He could command the plants around him, making vines wrap around his enemies and roots burst from the ground to crush them. He was a monster born from their greed, bringing them a terrifying green justice. But even after his revenge was done, peace eluded him. He was haunted by his existence, a brilliant mind trapped in a monstrous plant body, forever cut off from the world he once knew. He clung to his humanity, convinced that somewhere inside he was still Alec Holland. That last illusion shattered in the most devastating way. During a deep journey of self-discovery, he stumbled upon a human skeleton preserved in the swamp silt. Dental records confirmed the unthinkable. It was Dr. Alec Holland's body, truly and completely gone. The creature reeled from the shock. If that was Alec Holland, then what was he? The answer was both simple and profound. He wasn't a man who became a plant. He was a plant that absorbed a man's consciousness and for a time believed it was him. He was a ghost, an echo, a dream of the swamp. This revelation, while terrifying, was also freeing. The grief and longing for a life that wasn't his slipped away. He wasn't a failed man. He was something much greater. He learned about the green, the life force connecting every plant on Earth, an ancient collective consciousness. He was its newest avatar, its champion. No longer just the protector of a small piece of Louisiana bayou, he became the guardian of the planet's botanical soul. He was the Swamp Thing, an elemental god wrapped in the memories of a dead man, forever a force of nature. I hope you enjoyed this story video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay safe out there.